after some time, no, this human resource guy, they're very smart. They want to तेल निकालने का रहता है उनको. So they were thinking कि अभी ह्यूमन रिसोर्स में, ह्यूमन रिलेशनशिप में हमने बहुत हाई बाई किया, पार्टी रखा, वो रखा, बट उसमें कुछ अपने को ज्यादा नहीं मिलता है. So the smart people started thinking, why don't we view these guys as resource? जैसे कि पैसा है, ब्रिक्स है, सीमेंट है, लैंड है, मनी है. So why do we treat them as human beings? Why can't we treat them as resources? और फिर उनसे कितना निकालते हैं वो देखते हैं, जिससे ज्यादा निकलता है उसको देखते हैं. That is the history of human resource management actually. So they were, just imagine, ह्यूमन को रिसोर्स बना दिया. I'm speaking in a negative way, but just see the thought behind it. ह्यूमन को रिसोर्स बना दिया कि इसको रिसोर्स समझो, ताकि अपने कंपनी को ये कितना फायदा दे सकता है. So use him like that. उसको अगर कुछ और आता है तो वो भी काम करो, ये आता है तो ये काम कराओ. So that was the mind which was there. So I said it picked up in 1980s when Microsoft and all these companies started becoming bigger. So, and where software computerization started and all that. So they said, look at them as resources, put them for training. कंप्यूटर सीखने भेजो, MS वर्ड सीखने को भेजो, उसको वापर सकते हैं हम लोग. So because before there used to be a typist, if you remember, और शॉर्ट हैंड लिखने वाली रहता था, एंड उसका जॉब वही था, कोई भी नहीं करता था, मैनेजर भी नहीं करता था और दूसरा क्लर्क लोग भी नहीं करता था, वो टाइपिस्ट का ही काम था. उसका सब पेपर के पास आते थे लिखे हुए, एंड शी यूज्ड टू टाइप. 8 घंटा उसका काम था. अभी ह्यूमन रिसोर्सेज का कॉन्सेप्ट चेंज हो गया, तो नो नीड ऑफ टाइपिस्ट. अभी सब लोग अपना अपना काम करो, सबको कंप्यूटर दे दिया, अपना टाइपिंग करो, अपना प्रिंटिंग करो, मजा करो. सबको ट्रेनिंग दे दो. So see how the concept changes. Use them as a resource. So then let's see what this theory says about using people as a resource. HRD, focus and origin. What is the focus? Focus is employees are valuable resources. उनसे कितना फायदा उठा सकते हो, खाली मशीन चलाने मत लगाओ. There may be something more to them. Maybe they can contribute more. It was not to benefit the employees. The sad part is it was to benefit the company. So this HRD guys started becoming very smart. So what is the origin? The origin of it was in the 1930s-40s. This guy Douglas McGregor, he came up with the theory Y. Before that there was a theory X. X रहेगा तो Y रहेगा ना, Y अपना कभी पहला नहीं आता है. So always there is a theory X. According to that theory, what they said was कि लोग आलसी हैं, not motivated हैं, कुछ अपने आप से काम नहीं करते. वी हैव टू इंसेंटिवाइज देम, बोनस देना, ओवर टाइम देना, कुछ गिफ्ट देना, तभी वो लोग करेंगे, नहीं तो बेसिकली वो लोग सब बेकार लोग. दैट वाज थ्योरी एक्स. बेस्ड ऑन दैट दे सेड वी हैव टू गिव इंसेंटिव, वी हैव टू गिव बोनस, वी हैव टू गिव चाय, वी हैव टू गिव दिस, वी हैव टू गिव दैट. बट नाउ दिस फेलो सेड ऐसा नहीं है. People are basically want to do something. उसके अंदर रहता है, वो निकालने को तुमको आना चाहिए. They really want to do something. So that was theory Y. It was opposite to that कि ये लोग lazy नहीं है. They are inherently want to contribute something. They want to do something. So this became a part of human resource management. So that is one part. Now we will go to the human resource management कि how they have feelings. They are human beings. They have some. उनके घर में बहुत सारा इज्जत होता है. काम में तुम्हारा प्यून रहेगा या तुम्हारा क्लर्क रहेगा, डजंट मैटर कि उसकी कोई इज्जत नहीं है. सो पीपल आर नॉट जस्ट मोटिवेटेड बाय सोशल नीड्स. तो नाउ ही इज सेइंग समथिंग डिफरेंट. सी वो पहला साइंटिफिक में क्या था कि इनको पैसा दो, काम कराओ, गधे के साथ चल जाएगा. फिर उसको क्या बोला कि पीपल हैव अ रिलेशनशिप, उनसे रिलेशन रखो, हालो हाई करो, और पर्सनल लेवल पे उनसे डील करो. अभी ये बोलता है ओनली सोशल नीड नहीं है, इनके ग्रोथ नीड है. दे हैव इनसाइड कि मेरे को कुछ बनना है, मेरे को अचीवमेंट करना है. इट इज फॉर यू टू मेक यूज ऑफ इट. इफ यू डोंट मेक यूज ऑफ इट, दैट्स योर प्रॉब्लम. तो नाउ सी अगेन द डायनामिक्स आर चेंजिंग. सो दे वांट टू गिव मीनिंगफुल कंट्रीब्यूशन इफ यू गिव देम अ चांस. अगर गधे के साथ ट्रीट करोगे तो लोग गधे के जैसे काम करेंगे. अगर उनमें से तुमको घोड़ा दिखता है तो उसको घास ठीक से खिलाओ, चना खिलाओ, and maybe he will be ready for the race. But otherwise, वो तो वजन ही ढोएगा क्योंकि you're treating him like a donkey. So, so change of mindset happened once again. So now, in this situation, once again, because it's a management course, because these theories are for managers, so what should managers do then, given these circumstances? Given these circumstances, provide training, empowerment. अभी खाली हलो हाय पीठ पे थपके नहीं चलेगा, वो सब चापलूसगिरी नहीं चलेगी, because that didn't mean anything. But now you have to empower them. You have to give them decision-making authority. You have to allow them to do some things on their own, or suggest something on their own. Encourage participation, decision making. Align individual goals with organization goals. So वो ऐसा थोड़ा उनको pep talk देके you involve them. See, before it was, I can sum it up as the ह्यूमन रिलेशन मैनेजमेंट इस पेप टॉक दे दो, ये लोग अपने आप चलने लगेंगे. अभी ये क्या बोलते हैं, पेप टॉक से नहीं चलेगा, इनको अपने काम में भी इन्वॉल्व करो एंड लेट देम नो दैट दे आर बिलोंगिंग टू द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. So sense of ownership will come. See, that's where that term came about, sense of ownership. So this is what human resource management. So अभी तक सब ठीक है.
If we have to relate this to educational department, how do we do that?
As a principal or as a supervisor, then you'll see who is capable of doing what, who is good at printing brochures or flyers or something like that. Maybe you'll give them some chance to go and do some training, something like that. So you have to see who is good at what and try to polish them, because now you are thinking they are resources. So we have to उन लोग से फायदा कितना होना है. It's a negative connotation, but keep that in mind. Have I answered your question?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So now we will go ahead. हाँ, यहाँ ह्यूमन रिसोर्स मैनेजमेंट ये क्या बोला कि मेरे को ये लोग खाली पीठ थपथपाते से नहीं चलता, खाली पेप्टॉक से नहीं चलता, कुछ तो इनको करने का है और they want to believe in themselves. Self-actualization level is not about power and money and status. That's a wrong feeling. Self-actualization is about how better human you have become, how best you handle the people around you, how best you work for others' benefit rather than your benefit. Again, going back to the leadership definition, is what is inherent in him. He or she has to use for the betterment of the other people, so that they can in the end achieve goals. Definition of leadership, again I'm repeating, there's nothing to by heart. So this is what the human resource. So I give you two examples of human relationship में and human resource management में. Here they want to do something provided they have the opportunity. So now we go to the system theory of management. So system theory of management में क्या है? The word itself tells you कि ये क्या होना चाहिए, सिस्टम होना चाहिए. तो अभी ह्यूमन रिसोर्स होने के बाद फिर ये लोग बोले कि ठीक है यार ये ह्यूमन रिसोर्स, बट एक सिस्टम होना चाहिए विच इज हार्ड एंड फास्ट, कि सब लोग सब कर रहे हैं ऐसा नहीं है. फाइनेंस वाला खाली फाइनेंस करेगा, मार्केटिंग वाला खाली मार्केटिंग करेगा, एचआर वाला खाली एचआर करेगा, आउटसाइड काम करने वाला आउटसाइड करेगा, इनसाइड काम करने वाला इनसाइड करेगा, पैकिंग वाला पैकिंग करेगा. सो देयर हैज टू बी सिस्टम so that everyone knows what they are doing, and over and above the HRD part, over and above the human relation part, ये नहीं कि उसको निकालो, but here then you can focus. That's how before, when they used to have management courses and all, there was no specialization, just you did a management course. Then they came marketing में specialization, finance में specialization, HR में specialization. Why it happened is because of this kind of thinking, this kind of theory. So system theory. So can someone read now? I've been talking for a very long time. I want some break.
The system management theory emerged in 1950s, 1960s as a response to the limitations of earlier management approaches like scientific management and human relations.
Do you want to me to make it big? Oh, okay. Wait, So I have to go down, right? Next. Can someone else read it now?
I'll read it, sir. It views an organization as a system made up of interrelated parts that work together to achieve goals.
Okay. I will come back to all this. Just let's finish the reading part.
The theory was influenced by general systems theory. Ludwig von Bettenlefer.
Difficult.
Yeah.
Difficult, sorry, मेरे को भी नहीं आता.
It's
okay. So see, the first part what it is saying is, see, every theory from time to time समाज बदलता है, लोग बदलते हैं, सोच बदलते हैं. So when the times change, then the theory which we were operating on at that time is different. So we cannot expect the same thing to happen now, because you cannot. That's how the society flows. So you have to change. So new theories come out. So times change, so you have to change accordingly. So what here it is saying is, कि before there was system management, no scientific management, human, but somehow it started failing. Just like I gave an example. पहला साइकिल चलाता था, अभी स्कूटर चला रहा है, but अभी स्कूटर भी कहाँ तक जाएगा? It cannot race with the car, no? So now is the time for car. So times change, you know. So that's how the system theory of management came. So it used an organizational system. So they say कि एक organization है, ये hodgepodge नहीं है, एक system है. One thing speaks to the other thing speaks to the other, and somehow they have something in common, but something they different भी है उनका. सब mix up करोगे, then they don't know how to operate. See, this is the idea. But you need to change because the system is. So they said, see, the system में अलग अलग है. So you have to treat each system differently. They are different parts. So the theory was influenced by general systems theory. So again, ये एक systems का theory है. If you have time, you can Google it. Now, what does this system theory of management say? It is very much you can understand very easily. Organization as a system. बराबर है ना? एक company है, एक organization है. The word organization came from this kind of concept. That word is there. Anyway, we will get it. So organization as a system. So ये organization है, ये system है. So open and closed. So now they are saying open and closed systems. Open systems are those systems where people communicate with each other. एक दूसरे से बातें करते हैं. अभी तुम लोग जो 6-7 जन हैं, I don't think so you all have an open system. Because I have never seen or felt that तुम लोग, मैं कुछ बोलता हूँ या कोई कुछ बोलते हैं, फटक से it does not go through you all and you all come from a decision. So it's a closed system. So open system is where people openly communicate, फटाफट काम हो जाता है, decision making जल्दी होता है. Closed system is कि एक दूसरे से कोई बातें नहीं कर रहा है, ये डिपार्टमेंट से वो डिपार्टमेंट कोई ज्यादा कनेक्शन ही नहीं है, बहुत रेयरली हो जाता है. So then it becomes different. So this is what the basic crux of it. So and there are subsystems. अभी एक system है, so subsystems है. Now in my company, I was looking after the Europe market. So it was a foreign market system. So similarly, the guy who is looking at the local Hong Kong market, he cannot say कि अरे वो नहीं आ रहा है तो मैं भी नहीं आएगा, उसको निकाल के फेंक देगा बॉस. So there are subsystems. So synergy. Now see that open system में और synergy में एक connection है. Synergy is whatever each and every one has may be different, but when you put it together, it becomes a whole. It becomes more than the sum of parts. अगर तुम सबको ऐड कर जैसे ना 2 और 2 5 मैथ्स में नहीं होता है, बट ह्यूमन रिलेशनशिप में 2 और 2 10 भी होता है कभी कभी. So synergy, that means when you get together, it's just like you put together some pearls and some precious stones, and ultimately individually they would have no meaning, but in that necklace it looks so beautiful, and the bride or person wearing that also looks so beautiful. So now all these small pieces have come together synergetically. So synergy, feedback mechanism. See, just like मेरा तुमसे complaint जो है feedback mechanism, communication नहीं रहेगा, कैसा चलेगा? कुछ को पढ़ा हुआ नहीं है, ऐसा नहीं हो सकता है. It is not my struggle with all this. This is not just learning. It has to be imbibed. It has to be practiced. कल करेंगे नहीं, आज करना है. तुमने मैनेजमेंट कोर्स लिया है तो मैनेजमेंट के प्रिंसिपल तुम में इम्बाइब आज करना है, कल नहीं है. Whether communication, whether organization, whether anything. If you are खड़ूस with people in your staff, you have to think कि हाँ ऐसा नहीं हो सकता. Human resource management सीख रहा है मैं. Equifinality. It means.
Or as with a message actually.
Okay. We have come back. That's good. So now, just we'll finalize. So it means that even if you are treating differently, some people अलग-अलग path रहेंगे, but when they come together, they has to have some result, and they will have.
Sir, if you're sharing your screen, it's not visible. Are you sharing your screen, sir?
Just 1 minute. Actually, I am, but let me check again. Share. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it is the last point. So it means that even if you take different paths, even if you take differently, again and the results are good. So there is a equifinality, means in the final run, each system you will treat differently, but finally they are going to give good results. So that. Is it and आगे thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much for that thing, sir. I know
No
we are
problem.
expecting a lot, maybe.
No, you can, but you have to balance also and be understanding. Expecting is not a problem. We should expect. I expect a lot of from you all, but थोड़ा understanding भी करना जरूरी होता है ना.
Yeah. Okay.
ठीक है? Okay. So nice session today. So like I said, if you want to take charge, Toral, you take charge and coordinate the time. If everyone wants a little bit late, I have no problem. If it benefits others.
Okay, fine, sir.
Okay, so you coordinate and see.
Okay. Definitely.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Take care, guys. Bye.